Long, long ago. The sun was covered by a dark and heavy cloud. It was said that the cause was a monster who had sealed the Sword of the Sun. It was also said that in order to unseal the Sword of the Sun, a hero must collect 5 Power Stones, which were guarded by 5 monsters in the Evil Mountain. Bomberman was forced to take up the challenge of collecting all the Power Stones, as he was the last hero capable of beating such strong monsters. Hey yo everybody, and welcome to Pocket Bomberman! When I said back in the Ocarina of Time finale that I was doing something significantly smaller, we go pocket-sized! So there's 2 primary game modes here. There's, if we can get back to the title here, we have normal game and jump game. We'll get to jump game after we're finished with the normal game, which is the primary story mode. And so you can do a new game, and it does password saves, which is how I'm going to be doing each episode. So how about we begin at the first level of the Evil Mountain, the forest. Which I don't really know how this would work on a mountain, but whatevs, yo. Here's the cover art of the game in pixel form. So there's that. And it's a platformer, a 2D one at that. A drops bombs, B is your jump button, and Bomberman mechanics are your fire range in the bottom right corner shows how many tiles the bomb's blast will go. They'll explode after roughly 3 seconds or so. And then this little counter next to the fire up is how many bombs you can drop in succession. You can platform off your bombs, and you can just do stuff like this. The maximum range for each power-up is 4. That includes speed shoes, and you can get one of these hearts, which means you can take an extra hit before dying. Of course, you'll lose it afterwards. And these gates right here, you have to hit that top particular part of the tile with the bomb before being able to get in. And I definitely want these speed shoes, and he is gonna go bye-bye. Generally, this level's pretty easy. And I'm pretty sure as a general rule, you don't bomb the exit. I haven't really tested it myself, but we could just do that anyway. There's generally... One sec. Sorry about that, got quickly interrupted. And each level has a timer, so you'll want to be cautious of that. And that should bring me about 3 speed shoes. There's one more general power-up that Bomberman can keep on his person, but we haven't quite found it yet, but I'm pretty sure I should be getting it very soon. But I will go up to 4 bombs at this point. At this point, until he gets off this platform, that needs to, I'll make sure to trigger that. And these platforms you can trigger by doing this, and these are actually safe zones from the explosions, so that's something you can keep in mind. This is an invincibility vest. You can use this to protect yourself for a few seconds. And it's just like, you don't take damage, woo, invincibility. I've had this game for such a long time, but I've never really, it's been such a long time since I've played this game, I gotta be honest with ya. And if I remember correctly, yes, this will instantly bring your firepower up to 4. And, okay, there was nothing in that bush. I haven't played this in a long time, so I figured, why not? The challenge of forgetting where the fuck everything is might be an interesting challenge. And under this grass tile in particular, we also have spike hazards, so that's fun. I believe what I'm looking for is under here. Nope, that's just a speed shoe. These guys can eat your bombs, potentially, but I've never really had that happen, so... Ow! There goes the heart power-up. And you lose all of your power-ups if you lose all your lives, but you can continue indefinitely, and... Here's what I've been looking for. Remote bombs. These will allow bombs to be triggered with the press of the select button. So by using that combined with all your bomb power-ups, you can make bomb staircases. It's a lot of fun. Just make sure you don't press the select button while you're in the range of the bombs, because that would be bad. Oh, and this power-up makes your bombs able to go through destructible objects. Whoops! I died. My bad. If I remember correctly, you lose the remote bombs upon dying. Press bomb? Yeah, you lose remote bombs upon dying, so keep that in mind. And I did not make that explode. I am having all the brain farts today. But I knew I was gonna be doing that sort of thing anyway, because I know how I am with this game, and I'm like, oops, I accidentally detonated bombs on myself. At least I can get the remote bomb power-up back, so that's neat. Other than that, this is just a pretty basic level, really. Also, you lose your other power-up, which makes your bombs go through objects, so... keep that in mind. Should probably make that go away. At this point, I've pretty much collected everything I need to do, so I should probably just focus on taking out the remaining enemies. It's interesting that this game is also a platformer, because there's another 3D platformer called Bomberman Hero, which story-wise has no relation to this game at all. In fact, I don't know if this is taking place in any different kind of Bomberman canon that's connected to anything, or it's its own separate entry. That's right, there are 4 unique... I'm being bad. There are 4 levels for Bomberman in each stage, and then there's also a boss level, so keep that in mind. And when you have the invincibility plus remote bombs, you could just do things like... whee! Just make them explode on top of you. I wouldn't recommend that for too long, though, because you could end up dying, and that's pretty bad. At this rate, what we can do is that. There we go. And then just get out of the way. And you can do chain reaction explosions, so just keep that in mind. I should probably show off all the power-ups I can remember. There we go, and that's just another speed shoe. I don't remember if they all went away, but they probably didn't. But I might as well get it anyway, because we can. And we're already off to a boss. Ain't that fun and dandy? And here's our first boss, if I could remember the name. And he can move pretty quickly, usually after he takes a hit. He can throw out mooks and 4 directional energy shots. So just keep that in mind, and this boss is pretty simple, but he can move pretty quick, and I died because I was not watching where the shots were going, and now I don't have remote bombs. There are generally power-ups in here, so you can try and power back up, but you're mostly only gonna get like fire up, bomb up, and maybe speed up, like I got a moment ago. This is where having lots of fire-ups can help, and those worms transform into butterflies, which means more moving hazards. I think the other one just kind of went off screen. And the number that shows up is obviously how many hits you've yet to hit the boss for. I'm pretty safe here. And he decided to go under me. I don't like that. Maybe one of these bombs could do something about the butterfly that's flying around. Can we get a hit? This is gonna be a hit, and he is down! And I figure we might as well do the next level here too. Just because we doing a short game, and you get a 1-up for every boss you kill, so... if you fuck up too badly, And there we go, world clear with that cute little animation. And the border I have for this video is, I did not realize this game had borders when you played the game, so that's fun. And now we're in the ocean with this pufferfish being like, hey man, I'm gonna pass that weed. These clams will eat bombs if they move into them correctly. And I can get that power up back, so that's nice. That icicle will fall on your head, it will hurt. And these waterfalls will push you all the way down. You can blow up the icicles though with the help of your bombs. So with these you just kind of have to wait carefully. Just do that and not be in the path of the explosion. You can jump up the waterfalls though, so that's neat. Now that I have all of my good power-ups back, we are golden. I can't remember if he, I did kill him. I should have been watching the number. Yeah. And you can't go through the door if it's closed, so just to show, yep, can't go through. I don't really need that power-up. And this is mostly just what the game is. You're just mostly going through all the different levels, trying to exterminate all the enemies so you can move on. Can you get over here to my bomb real quick, please? You will trigger all of your bombs in order if they are not primarily connected. And that's the last one I have to take care of, but before I can even do that, I should probably do this, because once again you get more fire up. And I think this one right here, no, this is just a speed up power up. You can also find 1-ups as items, so figure I might as well bring that up too. And you can measure bomb tiles like this generally, so this 4 tiles is this way, so I can skirt danger just by standing over here. Woo! That could have been ugly. Alright, I can use bombs as a way to get up here. And I generally like the OST of this game, so I figured that's also a good reason to play it. And 4 minutes to clear each stage is usually pretty generous. And there's one last thing I should show before continuing. This is one of the cuter pause screens I've ever seen, just seeing Bomberman resting on a tree. I think this is the only time I've seen him so far in armor. And these clock power-ups will just temporarily freeze the clock, giving you a few more seconds. Post-me can tell me exactly how long it's stopped for. Oh! Also, enemies can sometimes just freeze in place and become invincible for a moment, so that's kind of annoying. And waterfalls can also push you up. That's a thing that can happen. Might as well wait for the pufferfish to get in range, and then I'm just gonna get another clock power-up, because why not? And thankfully, icicles will only try and drop on you when they're, trying to get you. Hey Clamface, can you, stop being invincible for a moment so we go boom shakalaka? Oh, convenient. Oh, of course I can't detonate bombs when you're in a waterfall. Well, that was convenient. And that was just a full fire up. Even if I don't necessarily need these power-ups now, I will need them later. And there's just that one clammy asshole. I should be very careful because I do not have a heart power-up. And they're kind of stingy with them in this game, gotta be honest. But it does make for a decent challenge, I guess. And now the door's up here, that's right. I think we're going to stage 3, that's right. This one is just simply a case of time your bomb when he comes back. Because otherwise waiting for this guy is a pain in the ass. Hold on to those remote bombs for as long as you can. Speaking of which, they give you one right there, which makes this part indefinitely easier. I think this is... Oh, this is the infinite jump power-up. Which means you basically fly through the stages just by mashing the B button. Oh god. This is not gonna be fun. This isn't gonna be fun. I need to jump out of the way. Thank the gods for remote bombs. Oh, come on. come on! At least I could get my remote bombs back in this stage. But we're running out of lives, and that's not good. I think he can also eat power-ups, so that's no good. And obviously you lose the flight power-up if you, die. Ugh. I have a way with words. And if you could guess, you can't, the waterfalls only go one way. They don't go upwards, too. And thank God for that health power-up. I love you. I also love this flight power-up, too. Has there ever been anything? I don't think there's ever anything like this, and I should leave that in case I take a hit. And I really need to go take care of this pufferfish at the exit before going anywhere. Oh dear. Excuse me. I get a really bad case of sneezing when I'm got a different body temperature. All right, just one pufferfish left to go. Oh, God. Oh, that's no fun. And thankfully I took the correct way to get out of here, and I don't want to have an icicle fall on me. Don't remember what this was. It was just a speed power-up. Death means game over, and I have to replay this section. And by that I mean this entire world. Which isn't too bad. They give you a fire-up, the full, pretty close to the start of the area. Oh, the flight power-up only lasts for this for the area you get it in. That's right. I forgot that. My bad. Save the heart power-up. And also, you can blow up any unused power-ups if you bomb them. So, keep that in mind. The wing power-up again already? Huh. I don't really have a good memory of where exactly everything is, so that's why I thought I would make this playthrough interesting, I think. But I generally seem to be having a decent enough time. Jesus, they're so generous with these things. And those are just the last two bastards left, so how about we go and take care of them, shall we? Ooh, an invincibility vest power-up. That makes this all too easy. Nothing there, which means we should just run to the boss. Of course, the flight power-ups would just make bosses way too easy because you can actually maneuver. Oh, Crabman! I don't remember liking this fight all that much. Of course, you can't strike them down here. All bosses generally have that projectile attack, and you can make little crabs appear as well. Once again, if you deal a hit, they decide to go back to their pattern, so if you could drop... Oh, it's starfish that he makes appear. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! This will reset the pattern, that's right. Every time they take a hit, they reset what they do. Oh, and you can do that, too. I'm just kind of being careful. I would like to carry this heart power up as far as I can. He's a swift little bastard, I'll give him that much. And yet, I'm doing better against him than I did the tree motherfucker. Shots are bad, shots are bad. Go back to the center of the room and fire your projectiles like an ass. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. One more hit, one more hit. We're golden. And yeah, that's that boss fight in a nutshell. He kind of just goes explodey. And one up, yeah. And you know, I think with 2 worlds cleared, I think that'll be good enough for today's episode. So, on today's episode of Bomberman Pocket, we took down the first 2 worlds and got the first 2 Power Stones. In the next episode, let's go to that next world. So I think with that, I'm Nick, and I'll see you guys next time.